All right, so you guys are going to open up to page 22 again, and we're going to do a couple more problems on here just to have another day's worth of practice with ratios. But today we're going to kind of, instead of just looking at pictures of them and finding the ratios, we're going to do a little bit more with them. So let's look at problem number 3. Problem number 3 says, last month, Ed ate 9 apples, 5 bananas, 4 peaches, and 7 oranges. Find the ratio of bananas to the total number of fruit, then explain its meaning. Sometimes you may be given quite a few different quantities of things. Right now, our ratio or the problem is asking us to find bananas to the total number of fruit. Now, think about how we would solve this. We know that there are 5 bananas, so we can write this right away, okay? I'm going to use a colon to write this ratio. Now it says the total number of fruit. What that means is we're going to have to add all of these numbers together to get the total number of fruit, and that also includes the bananas that we're comparing it to. So we would do 9 plus 5, which is 14, plus 4, which is 18, plus 7, which is 25. So now our ratio would be 5 to 25. Okay, but we need to make sure that that's in simplest form. So let's divide each of these by 5. When we do that, we get a ratio of 1 to 5. Okay, now what would this mean? That means for every 1 banana that Ed ate, he ate 5 other pieces of fruit. Or for every 1 banana he has at his house, he has 5 other different pieces of fruit. Okay, so 1 to 5 would be our ratio, and then we would explain the meaning. Let's look at problem number 4 on this same page also. Problem number 4 says divide 28 cans of soda into 2 groups so the ratio is 3 to 4. Now this sounds kind of complicated, but here's what I want you to do. So this is the ratio, okay? 3 to 4. Let's write this here. Let's kind of think about some multiples of 3 and some multiples of 4 that we could count up by. Okay, eventually, well, this is our ratio in simplest form. So our ratio is going to have a multiple of 3 here and a multiple of 4 here. So let's go up one by one here and just see. So we could do 9 to 8, but together when we add these, does this give us 28? This equals 17. So we can't do that one. So 3, I skipped one. That would be 6 to 8. 6 to 8 would be 14. Okay, so this does not add up to 28. Okay, so now if we count up by 3s again, we would have 9, 2, 4, 8, 12. It's 12, 9 plus 12, that does not equal 28. 9 plus 12 is 21. Okay, so that's not the correct ratio we need. Let's do another one. So 3, 6, 9, 12 is our next one. 4, 8, 12, 16. Wait a second. 12 plus 16 is 28. So we had to divide 28 cans of soda into 2 groups. So the ratio is 3 to 4. Okay? 12 to 16 would actually be our ratio. And what our answer would be. Because this in simplest form would be 3 to 4, and we have 28 total cans of soda, or whatever we're looking at here. Okay? So our answer would be 12 to 16. So this problem, we actually had to work backwards with it. Normally we're trying to get to the 3 to 4, and this one we had to get to a non-simplified answer for it. Okay, let's go to page 23, the next page, and let's work on problem 4 here. So problem 4 says the table shows the number of books Salvador has read. Find the ratio of mystery books to the total, and then explain its meaning. So mystery books to total. Mystery to total is what we're looking at here. So if we look in the table, we have 10 mystery books. So we know that our first number is going to be 10. Then we have to find the total. So that means we're going to add all of these numbers up. Well, I know 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 5 is 22. 22 plus 2 is 24. So we have 10 to 24 as our original ratio. But we need to put that into simplest form. So let's divide each of these by 2 because they're both even. So we have 10 divided by 2, which is 5. 24 divided by 2, which is 12. Okay, so 5 to 12 would be our ratio. For every 5 mystery books, there are 12 other total books within a collection of whatever is being talked about in here. Oh, sorry, Salvador has read. Okay, so 5 to 12 will be our answer. Now let's look at problem number 5. Problem number 5 says divide 33 photos into 2 groups, so the ratio is 4 to 7. This is exactly like the other problem that we just solved at the bottom of page 22. So we're starting off with our original, I'll write it over here. Our original ratio, 4 to 7. When we add these together, we get 11. Okay? We have 33 total photos that we need to somehow figure out a ratio for. So let's count up by multiples. So I'll make sure I add these correctly this time. 4, 8 is our next multiple. 7, 14 is our next multiple here. We have 22 as our answer, or as our total. We need 33 yet. So we need to, I think, go one more level here. 4, 8, 12, 7, 14, 21. When you add 12 and 21 together, you get 33. So 33 photos is what we are at. We want to divide these guys so that their simplest form ratio is 4 to 7. So again, we're working backwards. Our ratio would be 12 to 21. Okay. Now, this is a quick lesson here today. So you are going to be now working on the second page in your ratios packet that's titled Chapter 1, Lesson 2, Ratios, Day 2. So you're going to write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form and then explain its meaning. So just make sure that you write them in a fraction, not with the colon in between, and then make sure they're in simplest form. You have a couple that are just telling you to find the ratios. You do have some that are asking you what is the ratio of roses to other flowers. You have some that are asking you for total. And you have some that are asking you to go down or to kind of compare like we have for those 2 bottom problems like we did in the book. So this is going to be your homework today and what you're going to be turning in either today if you're in person or in your next in-person day. So let me know if you have any questions on this, and good luck.